It's your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Welcome to an eye-opening discussion. Now, today we're unraveling myths surrounding gut health with Phytoceutics. Joining us are Laura Johnston, Marketing Director and Nutritionists, along with Integrative Nutritionist Helene Herold. Welcome once again on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Nice to see both of you.
Thank you.
There are so many biotics out there, and I just want to make sense of each one and what they do, just to give us some clarity in what we put in. So, pre, pro, post. What's the difference and what do they do?
Yeah.
So prebiotics are like non-digestible fibers. They come from whole grains, fruits and vegetables, and they basically feed the probiotics, so the healthy bacteria and yeast in your gut. So probiotics you can get naturally from foods like dairy, kefir, and these are bacteria yeast that basically promote a healthy gut environment. And then your postbiotics are basically the byproducts of fermentation or like metabolism of these probiotics, and they help feed these probiotics and then get rid of the unhealthy gut bacteria as well.
It's like a whole festival in there. It's just kind of like going
Right.
on. They're all
exactly.
vibing together. And I think at the end of the day, we want to make that party quite a lekker one. And that's when these ingredients come into play. So look, we put it to Mzansi because they heard that you were coming through and they got very excited and they were like, whoa, can we use this time? Can we ask some questions? And they came through with so many questions for you. So we'd like to just go through that. Maybe we can make this a practical session and see if you have any advice for some of our beautiful people out there that are dying to get some answers. So starting off with Anthea Claassen, she says the following: belly fat, bloating, excessive winds, diarrhea and constipation, cramping and abdominal pains, and acid reflux. I need advice on what possible solutions are out there.
I think any gut-related issue really starts with what you put in. So it's really important to focus on a gut-healthy, a low-inflammatory diet, so really incorporating those healthy fibers with like your root veggies, your whole grains, fruits, but also then avoiding those trigger foods, so like the ones that can be quite inflammatory. So sugar, dairy, your processed foods, alcohol, caffeine, and then also incorporating, like we just mentioned, the natural pre and probiotics, and then also the prebiotic-rich foods is like your onions, garlics, leeks, asparagus. So just keep introducing those. Maybe look at a digestive enzyme, which can really help with digesting your carbohydrates, proteins and fats. It'd be nice to add those in like 30 minutes before a meal to help with digestion. Hydration is always important. It's also important to really focus on mindful eating, so sitting down, enjoying your meal, chewing slowly and being conscious of what you eat.
Boitamelo Sebigi has the following to say: bloating and discomfort after consuming dairy products and legumes. Could it be a sign of intolerance?
Dairy has lactose in it, which is a sugar, a naturally found sugar, and people can be lactose intolerant. You can also be intolerant to the protein found in dairy, casein. So there can be different lactose-free milk, for example, might not help with an intolerance. So with legumes, there's also a natural sugar in there called oligosaccharides, and people can be intolerant to those. It can cause gas and bloating. With these kinds of trigger foods, as people call them, it's important to be mindful, as Helene said, about what you eat. And do you experience discomfort after you eat these foods? Maybe you want to create a food diary where you actually log down when you eat these foods, and an hour or two afterwards, do you notice discomfort?
Yep.
Or you can eliminate them completely for 4 to 6 weeks and then slowly start to add them back into your daily habits. And then you can see if there's a difference. So it's important to add them back one at a time. Otherwise, you don't know what's causing an issue.
Are you taking notes here, bro?
No, I feel like I need to pay people here. That's what I feel like. Wowza. Okay, last one. Sisipo Setu said this. How to get rid of chest burning and indigestion. I eat healthy and have tried taking medication, but it's not doing any good. Please help.
Yeah, so I mean, indigestion and chest burn or heartburn can be very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And I think first thing is to really avoid those triggers. So I think most people know where the triggers are, but the big culprits are acidic foods or spicy foods, so like tomato-based foods, fizzy drinks, caffeine, alcohol, dairy can also sometimes be a trigger. And then also not having large meals, so rather splitting up your meals in smaller meals right throughout the day, not to put all that pressure on the stomach. Also not drinking fluids during your meals, so rather do them before or after can also help. And on the sleeping side, maybe lift your head a bit, so add in an extra cushion, just help that acid doesn't move up into the esophagus. And then, yes, also digestive enzymes, like we mentioned, can help with digesting those foods, help with indigestion. And stress, again, really we know that when people stress, the acid reflux or indigestion kind of come up again. So really managing your stress. And another maybe something to check out is to go and test for H. pylori. I know that it can really link back to heartburn and ulcers and nausea as well.
This is exciting. A lot of people looking for solutions, but at the same time, this could be overwhelming, trying to take this all in and digest it at once. So for many people, I'm sure after this, wanting to start their journey of optimizing their gut health, where exactly do they start and how?
We would suggest starting with a healthcare practitioner to advise you just where to go. If you're struggling with gut issues, then a food diary and elimination diary might be important.
Thank you once again, Laura and Helene. It's been wonderful. Elevate your gut game with Phytoceutics and their lineup of pre, pro, and postbiotics. You know what those are now. And here's the kicker. You can score an exclusive 15% discount on your purchase by using the code Expresso.
Got you.
Shh. And this is when you add your items to your cart at phytoceutics.com.
Yeah, and it gets even better because you can stand a chance to win one of 3 1,000 Rand vouchers redeemable on phytoceutics.com. And to enter, you just got to tell us the following, right? Why do you think pre, pro, and postbiotics are essential for maintaining good gut health? And we want you to share your answer on our Expresso Facebook, X, and Instagram pages using the hashtag Phytoceutics in your entry. And don't forget the T's and C's can be found at expressoshow.com, and the competition runs until Monday, the 8th of April, 2024, midnight.
Optimize your gut health with Phytoceutics range of pre, pro, and postbiotics. Use code EXPRESSO for 15% off at phytoceutics.com.